Hi, David Johnson here. It's time for another Marketing Monday. Today, we're going to tackle the topic of how to create a killer lead magnet. Now, you know what a lead magnet is. It's that free report, free download, email course, whatever it might be that you use to attract the right people and get them to exchange their email address with you so that you can follow up with them and hopefully cultivate a relationship that turns into a fruitful one for you so that you can sell something to them. Lead magnets are also highly effective ways of helping sort of separate out people that might be on a list of yours into different buckets so that you know how to best follow up with each group. So, how do you create a killer lead magnet? Well, there's nothing worse than an offer that doesn't get any response. Am I right? So you want to create an offer that gets response, and that's why we have not only prepared today's video, but also an accompanying blog post that covers the topic of how to create a killer lead magnet, and it has a 6-step checklist in it. And I'm going to cover just a few of the steps here. You'll need to actually click through the blog post to read the rest and get all of them. So, as you might imagine, everything we do at Grow the Dream begins with strategy. So our 6-step checklist begins with step 0, which is to do some strategic thinking at first. And hopefully by now you've already done this. You know who you're talking to, you know something about them, you know what they're going to be interested in, and that is going to be the place to start if you haven't already begun. But step 1 is to make sure that you're creating an offer that is valuable. In other words, the lead magnet that you produce needs to deliver really good value to the right people so that they will find it interesting. So it needs to be valuable. Step 2 is going to be that your lead magnet needs to match up to the offer. What's the offer, you might be asking? Well, hopefully you're not just throwing something out there for people to sign up for so you can send them emails and not offer them something, right? So you really want to begin by thinking about, and this goes back to step 0, thinking about what you want to sell them. You know, what is the most appropriate offer for people who you're trying to reach out to, and then of course you work backwards from there. So your lead magnet needs to match up to the offer in a meaningful way. In other words, the people who'd be interested in the lead magnet and would be getting value from that would be the same kinds of people that would be most likely to be interested in your offer. So that's going to be step 2. Step 3 is it needs to educate. As you might imagine, there are lots of resources online. And you might be thinking, man, people can find this information elsewhere. That's true. But if they're coming to your website, there's a reason. If they're on your email list already, there's a reason. There is the beginning of something there that you can take advantage of. Sometimes it's not that people need information. Sometimes it's that they need someone to help them dissect the information and maybe winnow out the stuff that isn't as useful. Step 4 is that your lead magnet needs to have a clear call to action. In other words, what is it that I should do if I'm reading your lead magnet and I want to move to the next step? Is that buy something? Maybe it's another lead magnet. Maybe it's another qualification step. Maybe it's a free consultation. Maybe it's a free trial offer. Whatever it might be, there's a need for your lead magnet to clearly communicate to someone what their next step is. And that is where I'm going to communicate to you what your next step is. In fact, in the blog post, we have a link to something that I think you'll find really valuable. And it is a completely separate item from the 6-step checklist on creating a killer lead magnet. And it is a free download that you can take advantage of that shows you 5 ways to increase the response from your emails, from your blog post, from your social media posts, from your YouTube videos, whatever they might be. I think you're going to find that valuable. So please, by all means, check out today's blog post written by our very own Paul Rose. Another fantastic piece of content from him. I think you're going to find it incredibly valuable. And as usual, I want to encourage you, if you have questions about what you're hearing today, maybe you want to dive in a little deeper, you can leave comments on our blog. You can leave comments on this video, whether you're watching it on our YouTube channel, maybe you're on our Facebook page, wherever you might be seeing it. Please, I invite you to leave your comments. Marketing Monday is for you. And so we're here to help you make the most of it and get the most value out of it. I look forward to seeing you again on our next Marketing Monday.